Welcome. I'm Larry King, host of In View, an educational series dedicated to sharing information about the world around us. Throughout this series, we'll explore the significant issues impacting our lives today and discover how we're preparing for the future.
For more than 5,000 years, this textile fiber has been woven and used for necessities such as clothing, blankets, rugs, and many other everyday necessities. Wool, naturally flame and odor resistant. It cools in the summer and warms in the winter. Wool is truly one of the most amazing natural and sustainable resources for clothing available to us. Unfortunately, for many, just the mention of this animal-hewn fiber is enough to make them uncomfortable.
Wool is perceived as an itchy, coarse fiber. It doesn't have to be. What we've done is we've sourced in America Rambler wool. This is from our wool, from our sheep here at the farm. It's a long staple fiber. You can get 3 to 4 inch lengths, and it's very super fine, down to 18.5 microns. Those two things allow us to, one, spin that fiber into a yarn that's long and parallel without any ends sticking out. A woolen yarn will randomly entangle 1/2 inch to 4 inches together, but you'll have, because of those variants in lengths, ends sticking out that itch you. And those fibers tend to be a coarser fiber, 23, 24 microns. So you have to start with very fine and long staple. Rambler does that. It's the American cousin of merino. And what you end up with is, in our innovative jersey knit constructions, is a very fine, soft, next to your skin fabric. So the misconception is wool is itchy. It doesn't have to be itchy. We've literally taken the itch out of wool.
In addition to the misconceptions about modern wool clothing, sourcing and making sustainable garments in America today is a challenging proposition. The majority of our nation's textile industry has been systematically sent overseas by the globalists in D.C. and by businesses more concerned for the sharks on Wall Street than they are for the folks on Main Street. From regulatory burdens and identifying the vendors and skilled labor needed to overcoming the public's misconceptions about wool clothing, the challenges are real, but not insurmountable. For wool garment providers such as Ramblers Way in Kennebunk, Maine, keeping operational and product costs down while maintaining sustainable practices is imperative.
Well, this is a very difficult time to start any business, let alone the apparel business. And which heightens the difficulty for us is that we're introducing the idea of sustainable apparel, which not many people know much about, but it's really about getting the style and the fit and the design right, but doing it in a way that protects the environment and sustains the environment.
But also is made in the USA. That's so uncommon today. And in fact, when we first looked into making our garments in this country, in some cases we found the last factory that was doing the combing, carding, and washing of the wool, and then the weaving and the making it into yarn. All those things have gone overseas. So our idea was to reduce our carbon footprint, but also to give jobs here in the U.S. rather than sending them abroad.
But the industry has really gone. What remains is very good, but it's a very small industry today in America. So we have to innovate and partner with those that remain and get them to do things that are in the interest of sustainability, as well as good style and really good fashion.
Creating these small manufacturing niches is vitally important to the social, emotional, or economics of the community. Because when you have a manufacturer in town or a small startup, you're building that reoccurring multiplier of money that happens in your community. You're building people who are going to volunteer on your town boards and support what's going on in the community. And you're providing, really good, decent jobs as opposed to seeing something go overseas. It's really, I think that's the backbone of America is the small manufacturers, not so much the large manufacturers. Ramblers Way is a great example of a small manufacturer that is sensitive to the environment, is concerned about the local community, and still wants to make a profit. But the profit is not the major factor in why they're here in Kennebunk. They're here because of the local resources that communities provide. The ability to be involved with the community, the ability to use those recycled materials, the ability to, as it employs local people and provide a living and provide health insurance and those things that everyone wants and needs in their lives. Ramblers Way is not only a local company, but it has national roots that it's growing. And as it grows, it's generating other jobs elsewhere in the country, and that money's being recycled within the country. So everyone benefits when you have small manufacturing happening in America. It spreads, it supports everybody economically, and it's eco-friendly, which is really important for our environment and the areas that we live in.
Making Made in America matter again begins with a business-friendly legislative environment and ends with consumers with the desire and ability to purchase quality, high-value products made here at home. For businesses such as Ramblers Way, finding retailers just as committed to the Made in America idea as they are is crucial to growing as a business, thus improving the local economy.
Well, people come in just looking for Ramblers Way. Tom Chappell is taking advantage of this Made in America trend, and also his environmentally friendly concept, I think, attracts people. People want Made in America. Cars made in America, clothes made in America, food made in America. American-made products, not across the board are made well, but we've picked the ones that are. And certainly Ramblers Way is right at the top of the spectrum. The quality of the dye process is something to talk about, and you can see it when you look at the garment.
There are many advantages to using natural dyes. We, of course, use them because they are biodegradable, they are natural, and they are renewable, so they meet our definition of sustainability. But it's not just the environment that benefits. You also have the advantage of such a vibrant, lustrous color that comes through in the garment itself. Wool takes it very well, whether it's red madder or sage or whatever color we're working with. It really gives you a lustrous color that lasts. We've learned here commercially, on a commercial scale, how to use natural dyes so that they're evenly distributed and we're not getting blotchiness or dyes that are coming off or running off. And then because it's such a clean process, it's very easy on the skin. You don't have excess additives. We're not using additives to put on it that are synthetically, like softeners. We are not using any of the synthetic additives that you would find on most fabrics, and that makes the contact with the skin authentic to the very clean garment that is also cleaned again when you have the natural dye put on it. So we don't have allergies, we don't have the problem of irritation that you often get with chemicals that have been used in some third world and shipped into America that no one knows what's on the garment at all.
To learn more about Ramblers Way and their sustainable wool garments, visit their website online at www.ramblersway.com or call them at 207-467-8118.